Saudi Arabia is undergoing one of the largest and most ambitious transformations the world has ever seen. By 2028, it is expected to become the largest construction market in the world. At the heart of this change is Vision 2030, a national plan to diversify the country's economy and reduce its reliance on oil. For decades, Saudi Arabia has been known as one of the largest oil producers in the world. But now, the kingdom is focusing on a future where its economy is built on industries beyond oil. The numbers tell the story. The Saudi construction market is expected to grow to a staggering $1.6 trillion by 2028, surpassing other global leaders. This growth is fueled by investments in megaprojects, urban development, tourism, technology, and more. At the center of this transformation is a series of groundbreaking megaprojects that aim to reshape Saudi Arabia's economy and global reputation. The most famous among them is NEOM, a futuristic city being built from scratch in the northwest of the country along the Red Sea. NEOM spans an area of over 26,500 square kilometers, nearly the size of Albania or Israel. It is designed to integrate advanced technologies, sustainability, and modern urban planning, serving as a model for future cities around the globe. One of the most talked about components of NEOM is the Line, a revolutionary linear city. Stretching for 170 kilometers, the line is planned to house up to 9 million residents in 2 parallel skyscrapers that rise 500 meters into the sky and are only 200 meters apart. These structures will feature mirrored facades, reflecting the surrounding desert and coastline. Unlike traditional cities, the line will have no cars, no streets, and no sprawling suburbs. Instead, transportation will rely on high-speed trains and autonomous vehicles, with a focus on walkability. Designed to be powered entirely by renewable energy, the line's unique vertical design aims to minimize land use while providing residents with seamless access to amenities within a 5-minute walk. NEOM also includes other ambitious sub-projects, such as Oxagon, envisioned as the world's largest floating industrial complex, designed to revolutionize manufacturing and trade with advanced robotics and AI-driven operations. Another is Trojena, a year-round mountain tourism destination featuring a ski resort in the Arabian Peninsula's Tabuk region, complete with artificial lakes, hiking trails, and luxury accommodations. Trojena is also set to host the Asian Winter Games in 2029, a bold move showcasing Saudi Arabia's ambition to be a global leader in unique tourism experiences. Meanwhile, the Red Sea project represents another pillar of Saudi Arabia's transformation. Spanning over 28,000 square kilometers, this tourism-focused development encompasses pristine beaches, volcanic landscapes, and 90 untouched islands along the Red Sea coast. It aims to create a sustainable luxury destination, integrating eco-friendly practices with high-end tourism. The development includes over 50 hotels and resorts, offering 8,000 rooms upon completion. Advanced infrastructure, such as an airport specifically designed for the project, will connect the area to international markets. The Red Sea project promises unique experiences like coral reef diving, eco-tours, and wellness retreats, appealing to global travelers seeking exclusive and sustainable destinations. Qiddiya, located just outside Riyadh, is set to be Saudi Arabia's flagship entertainment hub. Covering over 334 square kilometers, Qiddiya is planned to offer a wide range of attractions, including 6 distinct clusters: theme parks, sports and wellness centers, nature and environment zones, arts and culture spaces, and motion and mobility venues. It will feature a Six Flags theme park designed to host the world's tallest, fastest, and longest roller coasters. Qiddiya is also building a Formula One racetrack, which will bring the pinnacle of motorsport to Saudi Arabia and attract global audiences. Beyond entertainment, Qiddiya will include facilities for professional sports, including football, basketball, and other major events, aiming to promote local talent and engage international visitors. Together, these projects demonstrate Saudi Arabia's ambitious strategy to position itself as a global leader in urban innovation, tourism, and entertainment. While the scale of these initiatives is unprecedented, their success will depend on effective planning, execution, and the ability to attract residents, businesses, and tourists alike. These megaprojects are part of a larger effort to reshape cities across the kingdom. Riyadh, the capital, is undergoing rapid expansion with plans to grow its population from 7.5 million to over 15 million by 2030. To support this growth, over $22 billion is being invested in public transportation, including new metro and bus systems. The country is also focusing on connectivity. The Haramain high-speed railway now links the holy cities of Mecca and Medina with Jeddah, cutting travel time from hours to under 2.5 hours. But transforming the country's infrastructure requires more than just money. It requires people. Saudi Arabia is now one of the largest employers in the construction industry, with millions of workers involved in these projects. The government has also introduced programs to train its citizens, aiming to increase the number of skilled Saudi workers in the sector. Beyond urban development, the kingdom is heavily investing in its industrial base. The King Salman Energy Park, or SPARK, is a massive industrial city designed to support energy, manufacturing, and logistics. It is expected to create 100,000 direct and indirect jobs and generate $6 billion annually for the Saudi economy. Meanwhile, Saudi Arabia is also establishing itself as a leader in technology and innovation. Projects like the King Abdulaziz City for Science and Technology aim to make the country a hub for research, development, and tech startups. Saudi Arabia's ports and logistics infrastructure are also expanding. The King Abdullah Port is now one of the fastest-growing ports in the world and is central to the country's goal of becoming a global trade hub. All of these developments align with Vision 2030, a blueprint for a post-oil future. But achieving this vision is not without its challenges. Large-scale construction comes with financial, logistical, and workforce-related obstacles. Delays and budget overruns are risks that need to be managed carefully. Experts point out that while these projects are impressive in scale, ensuring their long-term sustainability and utility will be crucial. It's not just about building new cities or attractions. It's about creating places where people will want to live, work, and visit for generations to come. While the construction market is booming, the kingdom is also preserving its cultural heritage. Projects like Diriyah Gate, the birthplace of modern Saudi Arabia, combine historical restoration with modern development, aiming to attract tourists and educate future generations. By 2028, Saudi Arabia aims to be the world's largest construction market, a position driven by Vision 2030's bold ambitions. Whether it's futuristic cities, expanded infrastructure, or industrial hubs, the kingdom is building not just for today but for the future. The Red Sea project is located along Saudi Arabia's west coast, touching the waters of the Red Sea, a body of water famous for bright coral reefs and diverse marine life, stretching across approximately 28,000 square kilometers. This area encompasses desert landscapes, mountains, coastal plains, and more than 90 offshore islands. Given such varied terrain, the project seeks to offer a mix of water-based and land-based attractions, from snorkeling trips and beach resorts to desert excursions and cultural tours. This undertaking is part of Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030 plan, aimed at reducing the country's dependence on oil. Tourism is a key part of this strategy, and the Red Sea project is designed to draw international visitors as well as local travelers. The master plan calls for a phased development, meaning that roads, airports, hotels, and other amenities are being built in stages, with the final goal of creating a fully integrated resort destination by and beyond the year 2030. Development of the Red Sea project is overseen by a company called the Red Sea Global, formerly the Red Sea Development Company. This organization is supported by Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund, which is the government's primary investment arm. Architects, engineers, and environmental specialists are working together to map out how each part of the area will be used. Some islands are intended for luxury resorts, while others may remain untouched to protect local wildlife habitats. A key promise from the development team is to build new infrastructure while preserving the environment. As part of their planning, they have assessed where coral reefs and fragile ecosystems are located and have set guidelines to keep them safe. Many building sites are strategically chosen to minimize disturbance, and protected zones are marked to limit visitor impact on delicate areas. The overall vision is to create a world-class tourism destination without harming the natural surroundings that make it special. one of the largest components of the Red Sea project is a new airport. This airport is designed mainly for tourists traveling to and from the resort areas, aiming to simplify flights from major international hubs as well as from other parts of Saudi Arabia. The airport's layout will likely include modern systems for check-in, security, and passenger services. Planners want to ensure that guests can move from the airport to their hotels quickly, setting the tone for a smooth travel experience. Apart from the airport, new roads are being built to connect the Red Sea coast with cities further inland. These roads will also help local communities by making it easier to transport goods and travel for work or family visits. Electricity, water treatment, and other utilities are part of the infrastructure upgrades, and the development team is exploring technologies such as solar power and advanced water desalination methods. By using such systems, they aim to reduce stress on local natural resources. Hospitality is a central focus. The Red Sea project plans to offer around 50 hotels once fully developed, although the exact number could grow or change. Ranging from high-end boutiques to family-oriented resorts, these establishments will be scattered across both island and mainland locations. Visitors can expect beach villas, overwater bungalows, and spa retreats, with each site meant to highlight different aspects of the Red Sea's natural beauty. Cultural programs, scuba diving, desert adventures, and wildlife tours are just a few of the activities that will be promoted once the resorts open. Even though this development is large, the Red Sea project's management insists they will protect the region's coral reefs, fish populations, and coastal habitats. Coral reefs in the Red Sea are of global importance because they are vibrant and home to many species. To safeguard these features, planners have identified zones where building is restricted. Furthermore, there may be limits on how many tourists can visit a particular island or reef area at once. On land, the developers are working with wildlife experts to study local animals, including birds, reptiles, and desert mammals. Tracking these species helps decide where visitors can venture and where they should not. Such guidelines may include banning vehicles on certain dunes to protect nesting grounds or restricting nighttime lighting to avoid disturbing animals that rely on dark skies. These measures are intended to balance tourism with a long-term commitment to preserving the environment. One of the main aims of the Red Sea project is to diversify Saudi Arabia's economy by developing tourism. This sector can create a wide range of jobs, from airport staff and hotel workers to tour guides, restaurant employees, and supply chain managers. Construction itself is already providing positions for engineers, architects, technicians, and skilled laborers. Once hotels and attractions open, the region is expected to see further growth in retail, leisure services, and cultural events. By offering various roles, the project can support skills development among local communities. Specialized training programs may be created to teach hospitality management, outdoor guiding, and marine conservation. This helps ensure that the workforce has the knowledge needed to run a high-standard tourism destination. With more visitors, local businesses, such as shops selling crafts or restaurants featuring traditional foods, may also find new opportunities to grow. Planning for the Red Sea project started around 2017, with initial surveys and feasibility studies. Construction of the early infrastructure, such as roads and an airport, followed a couple of years later. The first phase involves setting up essential support systems and opening a limited number of hotels. Once these core facilities prove successful, additional phases will roll out more resorts, leisure attractions, and visitor services. The entire project is slated to continue its development until and beyond 2030. By that time, the developers aim to have the majority of resorts and amenities up and running. Part of their marketing strategy involves promoting this region as a desirable travel destination to people in Europe, Asia, the Middle East, and beyond. Because Saudi Arabia is relatively new to mainstream international tourism, the project leaders see this as an opportunity to introduce travelers to the country's cultural heritage and natural assets. Architectural plans for the Red Sea project emphasize blending modern comforts with local influences. Some resort structures will take inspiration from regional culture, such as the shape of desert dunes or the gentle curve of Red Sea shorelines. Low-rise buildings and soft color palettes are common proposals, helping new developments merge with the surrounding landscapes. In some areas, overwater structures are designed to help guests connect with the marine environment without damaging coral reefs. Interior spaces may include traditional patterns patterns and artwork that reflect the heritage of coastal communities in the Red Sea region. Moreover, architects are focusing on how to maximize natural light and ventilation to reduce energy consumption. Along with solar panels and energy-efficient appliances, these design elements are intended to help the resorts function smoothly in a desert climate while maintaining guest comfort. Managing such a large resort network across many islands and vast desert areas is a major logistical challenge. This is why the Red Sea project places considerable emphasis on technology. Smart systems could regulate guest bookings to prevent overcrowding at any single beach or reef, and online platforms might direct tourists to alternate locations when one spot hits its capacity. This helps ensure that visitors have positive experiences while protecting natural sites. Another area of focus is water production. The plan includes advanced desalination facilities that turn saltwater into fresh water for drinking and other uses. By pairing these systems with solar power or other renewable sources, the project intends to reduce the need for trucking in water or relying heavily on local groundwater. Monitoring wildlife through drones or tracking devices can also offer real-time insights on animal movements, allowing resort operators to adjust activities to avoid disturbing critical habitats. Despite the excitement surrounding the Red Sea project, it faces several challenges. Transporting construction materials to remote locations, including islands, can be difficult and expensive. Workers must also endure high temperatures and desert conditions, which require specialized equipment and thorough safety measures. Training and hiring a new workforce, particularly for high-skill or hospitality-focused jobs, will take time and resources. Environmental protection remains a central concern. Although plans are in place to monitor and maintain coral reefs, marine life, and desert ecosystems, the true impact of large-scale tourism may only become clear once hundreds of thousands of visitors arrive each year. It will be essential for resort managers to stick to strict guidelines, enforce visitor limits in fragile zones, and encourage respectful behavior among tourists, such as not touching corals or littering in the desert. As construction continues in phases, the Red Sea project will be closely watched by businesses, environmental groups, and travelers alike. If it meets its goals, Saudi Arabia could emerge as a new hub for luxury and adventure tourism, showcasing unique Red Sea islands, pristine beaches, and vast desert landscapes. Revenue from tourism could help fund more community projects, develop training programs for local residents, and support the region's economy in ways that go beyond oil exports. However, the project's success depends on managing each phase responsibly. Careful planning, consistent funding, and collaboration with experts in architecture, marine biology, and hospitality will all be required. Should the Red Sea project prove sustainable, it might serve as a model for other countries hoping to launch large-scale tourism developments in environmentally sensitive places.